In this lecture, I'm going to show you how to play rock groove D. Now I've done rock groove A, we added 2 bass drums each time to rock groove B, and then rock groove C we played 1 bass drum and then 2 bass drums. Rock groove D, we still have that pattern. We have 1 bass drum and then we have 2 bass drums. But the difference with rock groove D is that the bass drums come on a different hi-hat note. So instead of playing on beats 3 and, which we played in rock groove C, rock groove D, we have the bass drums on the and of 2 and beats 3. So the bass drums come in 1 hi-hat beat earlier. Okay? So it sounds like this. So if you have a look at the music, you've got 8 hi-hat notes written along the top line, which are written as crosses, as you know. Hi-hats are the crosses at the top. We've got the snare drum in the second space down, which is played on beats 2 and 4. And then the bass drum line, we're playing on beat 1. And then you've got a rest on beat 2, which is the 8th note rest. An 8th note rest looks like, sort of resembles a 7. So you've got that 8th note rest on beat 2 for the bass drum, and then you've got the second part of beat 2, which is the and. So that's what a 8th note looks like when it's written on its own. So you've got the stem with the tail going off at the side. And then you've got the second bass drum written on beat 3. And then finally, you've got a quarter note rest, which just means that you don't play on beat 4 for the bass drum. Okay? So if I play it a little bit slower and count this time, it sounds like this.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Okay, so rock groove D is more difficult than all the others that we put together so far. So a little tip for you is to count the hi-hat notes up to the 5th hi-hat note and count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And by the 5th hi-hat note, you should have played all of those bass drums. Okay, so it's going to sound like this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so that just leaves you with 3 notes to play. So it's the hi-hat on its own, snare drum and hi-hat, and then hi-hat on its own again. So that's the whole bar. Those 5 hi-hat notes, which you should have played all the bass drums by, and then the 3 to finish. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
okay, so let's just give those first 5 notes a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really slowly with a click. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so once you're comfortable with that, let's put the last 3 notes in. Okay, so we're going to count up to the 5th hi-hat and then just put the last 3 in without counting it. Okay, let's give it a go. 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so that's quite a challenge to start with, because most people get rock groove C and rock groove D confused completely. So make sure you're playing the bass drums in the right place. You can even go back to rock groove C and play that and make sure that you're playing rock groove C correctly, and then go back to rock groove D and make sure you're playing that correctly, and making sure that you know the difference between the two bass drum patterns. Okay, that's the most important thing, to know what you're playing. Okay, so let's give the whole thing a go, but we're going to count the bar this time. So we're going to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I'm trusting that you know where the bass drums come in this time. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Okay, good. Let's give that one more go. 2, 3, 4.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Okay, this time you're going to count on your own. So I'm going to play and you're going to play and count. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if you're struggling to get the bass drums in the right place, that's a really good target to get it up to that speed, and playing it 4 times in a row, making sure you're playing the bass drums in the right place. Okay, if you're comfortable with that, let's pick up the tempo. Let's try 70 this time. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so make sure again that you're playing the bass drums in the right place, playing all the bass drums by the 5th hi-hat notes. Okay, 70 BPM, once more. 3, 4. So if you're comfortable with that, let's pick up the tempo again and let's try 80 this time. 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's pretty quick to begin with. So if you're not comfortable with going that fast, just stick to the slower tempos, around 60 or 70. If you are comfortable with that exercise, then by all means try 80. And there's a really good song that you can aim for eventually, which is Arctic Monkeys. And the song is called Why Do You Only Call Me When You're High? And this song is at 92 beats per minute. So slightly faster than we just played. So let's have a go at playing at 92 beats per minute, if you're comfortable with everything so far. Okay? 2, 3, 4. Okay, and the song just keeps going round and round and round, playing that groove all the way through. Always plays rock groove D. Okay, there's a slight variation where he plays an extra snare drum, but by the main, it's rock groove D all the way through. There's a few stops as well, but just keep practicing rock groove D all the way through. Okay? 2, 3, 4. So that was rock groove D. So have fun with that. Keep practicing it over and over again until you're really comfortable with it. Use that count that we started with, so counting the hi-hats off, making sure that you're playing the bass drums in the right place. So on the first, the fourth and the fifth hi-hat, you've got those bass drums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then once you're comfortable with that, go back to playing and counting the bar. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's quite important when we start playing the grooves with other things like fills, and when you get more complex grooves, for you to count that way. Okay, so keep practicing all your rock grooves, and see if you can give it a go with the music if you can. Okay, so that was rock groove D. Hope you enjoyed that.